Yeah, I'm live. Oh my god, that light is terrible again. Let's have a little look. Maybe it's because there's too much light there. Hang on, let me just turn this down. We're live. This is going to be fun to work this out as we go. Oh, that'll kind of do. That light is just killing it. Right. So let's just see how we get on here. Hoping everyone can hear me. That light, honestly, is it's horrendous. Better there. No, it's better not on at all, is it? Ooh, it's better off. No, the light behind me is terrible as well. I think it looks better actually like that, to be fair. But yeah, so as you may have seen yesterday, it's really bright. I've got COVID. My daughter's got COVID as well. My wife's gone to Glasgow to stay with the in-laws for a few days, but now she's got it as well. Shock horror. So it's been a good few days, and my daughter has mutilated my phone. So I have no phone anymore. It's completely mangled. I just can't get it to come on. So I thought I'd get my ice cream and Percy Jackson. I'm going to do this live because I might not get a chance to put out any videos for a few days with the phone being buggered. And again, I can't really record during the day because my daughter's going to be awake and she's loud. So I can't use a natural light from the window next to me, which I'd normally use right here. So I kind of do this in the evening with the light on, and it looks horrendous. The quality is terrible. So we'll go quickly through my opinions of the Percy Jacksons that I've read all the series. And then once I have access to my phone and, I have the kids back at school and we're not COVID anymore after these holidays, I'll do it in more in depth. But there's any way I can do it because I can't use it on my phone. And so out of the 5 books, then I think my favorite one is the 4th one. Look, it's all 5. There we go. My favorite one is the 4th one, which is the Pan's Labyrinth. Is that right? Yep, Battle of the Labyrinth. Sorry, that was loud. I think that's my favorite one. There might be a few spoilers here, but I'm not going to go on for too long, so hopefully too not. The first one was good. I really enjoyed the first one. It was a good setup to what was to come. I liked the battles in it. Really enjoyed that. Second one, probably my second favorite. So my favorite character is probably Tyson. You don't meet him until the second book. And he's not really in it much in the third book, which kind of annoyed me because he was, for me, the best character in book 2. And then you don't really see much of him in book 3. And then he's in it again in book 4. Not much in it again in book 5. So it's sort of really annoying because I think he's one of my favorite characters. Just he's got this sort of innocence about him. He's not the smart. He doesn't quite understand as well as some people do. But he's actually also really, really smart. Yeah, that's that. He's simple, but at the same time, he's really clever, and he sort of works things out and knows things that people don't know. So, yeah, I really, really love Tyson. He's so funny. He makes me laugh through the series. And hello, Alfie. And Alfie says number 2 is his favorite. If you can't read the chat there, I actually think number 4 is the best Alfie, but number 2 is probably my second favorite, to be fair. So I really loved the ending as well. So it ends with, what's the 5th one called? The Last Olympian. The Last Olympian's the 5th one. Grab some ice cream, actually, as it's here on the screen. Yummy. Quite my finger as well. The way it ends in Last Olympian was really good as well. I loved the epic scene and sort of like destroying everything around Olympus, basically. And then nearly Olympus. I won't give away too many spoilers, as I say, but if it's in the films that were made, they sort of mangled number 2. Now, as I've said before, I watched the films and I like them sort of a standalone just as films. But now I've read the books. Oh boy, did they irritate me! It just changed everything. It's not like people complain about Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings stuff. This gets left out like that. They just changed it. There wasn't stuff being left out. There was just things being changed. They just decided we're going to use these characters as a base and we're going to do whatever we want with it. No. Ruined it in my opinion compared to the books. Now still, again, I can go and watch the films. I'll enjoy them, but I won't compare them to the books because it's just catastrophic the way that they are. They're nothing like the books. So let me know. Alfie said there number 2 is his favorite. Let me know in the comments after this if you see this later. What is your favorite one? Have you read them? Are you excited for the TV show coming up? I'd say that, as I said, 4 is my favorite. But I really like 2. Again, that's probably because I'm Tyson biased. He's in second and 4th quite a lot, whereas he's not really in 1st, 3rd, and 5th. So it does annoy me. that he's not in 3 and 5. Once he's introduced in 2, he becomes a favorite character. Now, I also love Grover. I love the fact that he's, part goat, and he loves his enchiladas, but he also will just like go around eating tin cans and things. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Really like Annabeth, and I really like Clarice as well. I know Clarice is sort of like a pain in the backside all the way through it towards Percy and that, but I really like Clarice as well. She really comes into her own as well, especially in the last book. Again, I won't give any spoilers away, but so all round, I think I quite like a lot of characters. There's not many characters I don't like in the thing, to be fair. Like the antagonists, I really like them as well. I think Luke is brilliant, and the whole moral dilemma, he becomes bad and he helps the big bad, and and then he's like torn. I think that's brilliant, as a bit of a moral dilemma as well with one of the other characters. But again, he's not introduced until later on in the book, so I won't give it away too much in case you're planning on reading it or halfway through. I know someone actually who's, I think they've read the first 3, so they're reading the last 2, so I won't ruin it. But yeah, I really like the fact that good is good, bad is bad, good is bad, bad is good. Like there's grey areas. It's not just you're a bad guy, you're a good guy. There's so many different levels of evil in this, and there is that moral grey area where they're convinced they're doing the right thing, but then they change their mind for good or for worse. So I recommend the series. In terms of an overall view, I actually think that this is up there for me, like right up there. I think Harry Potter, then Lord of the Rings, more The Hobbit than Lord of the Rings, because I've never actually read the third Lord of the Rings book. Honestly can't. Maybe one day. But the first and second, there's just too much, especially in the first one. There's too much build up, too much at the beginning, going through the farmers' fields, too much before it actually gets into any action. And yeah, for me, it's just too long winded, books wise. But I have read the first and second. I have read The Hobbit. I absolutely love The Hobbit. It's a lot shorter, a lot less build up and build into. So yeah, I love them. They're up there for me. But this as well, Percy Jackson, I put this up there. I'd still say I prefer Harry Potter as my favorite fantasy series, but I do think that Percy Jackson is right behind it. I think the characters are well written, the stories are brilliant. The different creatures and monsters. Some are obviously I've heard from, obviously growing up from school, and you're hearing about like Egyptian mythology and Greek in this thing, but Greek mythology or whatever it may be. I don't know why I say Egyptian. But yeah, I think the way that Rick brought them to life in the series was absolutely brilliant. Some actually kind of scared me. I'm not going to lie. If it was on paper, I was just a bit like, don't bump into that in the streets. But yeah, so absolutely brilliant. I love the way, again, no spoilers, I love the way, I'll say a teacher. I don't want to ruin it too much. I'll say a teacher, sort of who comes into it later on in the series as well, becomes really important as the thing goes on, and Percy bonds with them. I'm not talking about Chiron, obviously he's in it from the beginning. Yeah, and I think that's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, and I love the fact that even though it's Percy Jackson, there's a whole group of characters, particularly towards the end of the books, 4 and 5, that Grover, Annabeth, Tyson, Clarice. Again, I won't say some of the names because you don't see them until later on, but I've mentioned them, so I'll say them. Chiron, the Centaurs. Yeah, there's just so many. The son of who? No, the son of Hades. Who comes into it as well, the hunters. There's just a massive group of characters that are fighting this, and it kind of raises similarities towards Harry Potter with that, because it's not just Harry, Hermione, and Ron, and there's Neville and Luna, the Dumbledore's army, and then the Orders of the Phoenix and all that. So it kind of reminds me on that level, not the story, nothing like that. That's nothing to do with the story, is the same, but on that sort of level, good versus evil. Obviously, you've got these antagonists, protagonists that are the main core of the story, but then you've got so many different characters built in around it, and they all sort of have parts to play as well. So yeah, absolutely thoroughly enjoyed the series. Would recommend it to you. Have some ice cream as well as we go. Unfortunately, due to my phone being absolutely smashed, I'm not going to do a live video every single day. But so that means then that there'll be no videos for a while. So the video day 2023 is not going to happen, unfortunately. I'll try and make it up. If I can sort of just be off for a couple of days or a week, then I'll try and make it up. I'll do 2 videos every day when I come back, so it makes it up. It won't be a video every day, but there'll be 365 videos for the end of the year. So apologies, but you're finally going to get the end of John Ski 2023. You're finally going to get some peace and quiet. So enjoy yourselves. Have a good weekend. I hope you could hear this all right, because I've got my headphones in, so I'm not 100% sure. That's what I do with my podcast. But it plays through that. So it should be all right, hopefully. Really enjoyed it. As I say, 4 was my favourite one. But I don't think any of the books annoyed me. There was nothing really that annoyed me. The ending, absolutely loved it. And I am someone that gets really annoyed by bad ending, whether it's a film, a TV show, a book. If the ending is bad, it ruins the book for me. But I don't think there was any of the endings that annoyed me, even the final one. I spoke to a few people that have read it, and they were a bit like, oh, I wish this happened, I wish that happened. I've got a few of them, I wish this happened, wish that happened, but I won't mention it, spoilers and that. But yeah, I think Rick did a fantastic job. And I know there's like another 2 or 3, 4 different series that are all sort of interconnected, based around it. So I can't wait to start reading them as well. But yeah, Percy Jackson is one of my favorites for definite. And yeah, that's it from me. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my ice cream. It's chocolate fudge brownie. Yeah, I actually really like fish food as well. But chocolate fudge brownie tonight. And I'm just going to relax. My daughter's asleep. And yeah, that's it from me. I hope you have a good evening and a good weekend. And hopefully I'll be back soon. You know, just see what happens with my phone and that. And then, because you can't do shorts on here, unfortunately. You can't do it on your phone. So yeah, so see you all later. Thank you for joining me, and let me know in the comments once you've watched this, what is your favorite book in the series? Are you looking forward to the upcoming series? What did you think of the films in relation to the books or just on their own? And yeah, that's it. Peace. Bye-bye.